counting stars.
Recently went to Disneyland, which is like not Disneyworld, right? My wife always went, oh, it's not Disneyworld, it's Disneyland. Like, it'd be nice if we could go to Disney World, but you have to commit more time to Disney World because it's so big and it costs so much because there's like 8 parks instead of like 1.5 or 2, as they call it, in Disneyland. My plane tickets were a really good deal. And that's why you guys didn't have a manager for like a week, because I would party in Disneyland. So, long story short, Disneyland for the 3-day park hopper for me and my wife and my son, because our baby was free, luckily. They would be thievery if they made her pay, right?
How you work?
How much do you think it was?
To get in?
$800.
Yeah, it was $800. So that's a lot of money, right?
You need to make friends out there.
Friends at Disneyland?
Friends that work
I'm
there.
friends with Mickey Mouse. What are you talking about? Wow, now I'm changing slides. Okay, so the paper I gave you, I put on Facebook already a link, a Google Doc that's going to be living, as I like to say. So basically the doc is going to show, and it's private, so I don't lose my job. The link is going to show what your sales goal is and then where you're at, okay? And I'll have to update it like every campaign. So most important thing is if you're going for this trip, like either call me or Cindy so we can keep you updated, because it's not going to be my fault that you don't make the trip. So last year when we did Las Vegas, the Bon Jovi concert, I was informed that we didn't have anybody from this district go. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, I had 3 people in little old Ogden, okay, in our district up north. And we had 2 more people that were super close to going, okay? So we will have 3 people to 5 people in each district go. Because if I'm informing you of how far away you are, you'll make it, right? Because you'll put the extra push in. But if nobody is telling you where you're at, because you have to make it to the top of this district to have a chance to go. But with the Vegas incentive, they sent the top 25 in the West in sales and the top 25 in leadership. So 50 people went, like in this specific area. And this is 250 people for sales. So it's a 125% increase on what we're sending as before. So your chances are already better. Now I know it's a whole nation thing, but there's only 4 regions. So it's like enough for 70 per region.
Yeah, but one region could send 100 people.
Yeah, we're going to send 100 people.
Okay.
I mean, I thought every district sent people. Because, I mean, up in Ogden we had 3. And we had like 3 more barely missed. I mean, I had the list. 26 and 27 were reps in my area that went crazy because they were like, literally these ladies had Bon Jovi posters in their garage from like being little teenagers. And like made me laugh when I went to their house and they're like, I love Bon Jovi! So, I mean, who doesn't love Mickey Mouse, right? I mean, Minnie is my girl. So you got to make top 5 to compete. But you're going to be top 5. Any more questions about this trip? Because Avon's paying for plane tickets, which from Utah are going to be like $700 per person. You can take a child, which we haven't done before, and there's a buy-in for your family. So if you want to take all the kids, you can buy in.
Do you know how much?
I don't know. The questions come up every meeting. The cool thing about it is that when you buy in, Avon's buying at least 500 tickets, right? Because we're sending 250 winners and a guest. So that's 500 tickets. So when you go to Delta and you request 500 tickets, you're going to get a better rate. So your buy-in rate's going to be a little bit better than if you were just going to go to Disney World next week. Okay? So, like, you can totally take me. I'd probably lose my job because, like, managers can't play in the rep competition, but, like, I'd be honored. But I want to bring my son because he loves Mickey. So we'll do a little bit more promoting this next time we meet. So we should have some fun. But you're going to Disney World. So remember, double dollars in 19, campaign 2021. You can back order makeup, the True Color line, to get the double dollars again and again. Okay. Has anybody seen this before? Or does anybody do something similar to it? Yeah? So I'm like a weirdo for Maverick. Because like at Maverick, I can go to Maverick and I can get my 44 doofus. And if I do it 10 times, which I'm on the road like every day of my life, I get a free pop, which is really cool. And like sometimes I just like get excited to get a free pop. I don't even drink the whole thing because when you tell me I got a freebie, I get really excited. Or like if I go with my wife and she's like, you got a freebie, she's like, you're amazing. She thinks I'm really cool because her papa's free. It's a very simple concept, but like it's something that you can do, and like every burger joint in the world does it. They do different iterations of it. It's not always buy 10, get 1 free. Sometimes like Tony Burger, if you've been there, it's like buy 10, get like 10% off, which is crap, but like it's cool because I got the card filled out. I feel awesome. Okay? So the idea is for you to do that in your business to some iteration. You can use Avon's example, or you can just kind of create your own thing, but it creates customer loyalty. Okay? So your people are going to get excited. They might buy that extra lipstick just because they know they're going to get whatever it is you're going to do for them. Lipsticks are easy. You can do a free one because they're pretty cheap if they bought 10. But you know, other things you might just want to do a discount, a percentage, maybe like a dollar amount off their next order. But there's all kinds of ideas that you can do right here. And I have a paper that we can pass around towards the end so you can see this like in regular font and not a little tiny thing across the room. SPF 50 cream. So if you notice on the bottle, it's blue and it's over here.
It's right here.
So the bottle's blue, doesn't say Avon on the front, because like if I'm a golfer and I'm with the guys, I don't want them to think I'm using like a makeup product on my face, right? I want the SPF 50. So the reason I bring that up is the bottle is very like usable by both genders because it's blue and it is small and convenient. So I think this is going to really, really change your business. So this video doesn't work. Right. So I will send it out later because I don't know. They need to fix it. So this is 5 years of research in the making. So like they were making this product, you know, before solar advance, and they were making this at the same time as Gen X. But here's before and after. Like I don't know, it's not in HD. You can't really see any difference. That's how I feel. So that's why talk to Jenny on Facebook because she really is already raving about it. Maybe some of you have already experienced the product in your own situation. That's why I wanted you all to rub it because if you smell it now, there's no smell. So the biggest reason people have breakouts to skincare is because of the fragrances that get put on it. So all you need to, and you know, last meeting I handed out the samples to everybody, and I had ladies like grilling me for the ingredients, and they went through it. You won't find anything in here that's going to make you break out, okay? But it's cool that the ingredients are on there, so when you give it to your customer, they're going to be able to double check it too. Like, I'm not trying to say like it's a bad idea. I just like, man, what if like one side of your face is like all like 20 years younger, and your other side's like the same? You're like, give me the whole bottle because I look like crazy right now. I can't go in public. It's like when ladies get dermabrasions and you burn the top layer of your skin off, and like, you're bright red. You can't leave the house for like a week. My mom does.
Okay, so I do have to say, so I just gave my mom this Skinvincible sample.
With the moms.
Yeah, but my mom's like a really good judge because she's got like severe rosacea, all this stuff. Well, I have rosacea too. You can't tell because mine's still brewing. But I've used it and I don't have any irritation to it at all whatsoever. And my mom, I was interested to find out about my mom because almost everything bothers her. And she has not had like any irritation either. So I'm like, oh, that's good to know. So pass it on, you know.
I think the most exciting thing about this product is that we're not going to be focusing it as a night cream. It's a clinical.
Yeah.
So like it's a day cream because we don't have anything with SPF 50. The highest we have is what, 25?
Nobody
right now?
has anything with SPF 50 for the face.
With a broad spectrum either. We don't have another line with a broad spectrum. So is the Skinvincible. So on your little paper that I gave you, there's a stock-up offer where you can get 5 of them for $150 and you'll earn $150, okay? You'll get samples and things to go with it. The most important thing to remember
Take one,
is that you'll get them with your next order, and they bill at 21 and you don't pay till 23, okay? So this is perfect to get you to Disneyworld because the time frame's right. And then if you, like, depending on, I'm sure the Honor Society ladies know how many skincare customers they have by heart. Like, they just know. Like, I have Martha, Jamie, and Berla, and like, I have these people that are going to buy skincare. So there's a level 2, which is right here, where you get 15 of them, you're going to get 2 free. You'll make $900 in award sales, but the most important thing is your bill. So you're going to pay $450. And if you sell the 2 free sets, your cash will be $700, okay? So it's big money, you get a lot of samples with it. That's gonna help you go to Disneyworld.
Yeah, we got no money for this.
And like I said, you don't have to pay for it for another 2 months. So it should give you plenty of time to move that product. And the goal here is Disneyworld, like we talked about at the beginning. So if you get repeat customers for skincare, start now, because you might be able to get your fragrance.
We don't want to lose you, Joyce. We don't want to lose you.
We should just pass the cap around.
No.
No,
This
you can smell
fragrance
it.
is, how do I say it? It's a department store quality, like Bloomingdale's.
This is better than Bloomingdale's.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
So,
This
okay.
is awesome.
The fragrance is, I met the perfumer. We actually hired a perfumer outside the company to work on this, and all the managers went crazy by the perfumer because he's like in his late 50s, and like everybody's like, oh, he's beautiful. I want to get a picture with him. I want his autograph. Like, he's the most gorgeous person ever. And I could care less because, like, you know,
It's a dude.
it's a dude. So,
Pretty much.
anyways, he was a really cool guy. He told us a pretty cool story about the product, so I'll share it with you. First of all, this is an actual perfume. It's like the highest concentrate of the fragrance that you can actually get in the bottle. Usually our fragrances are like a perfume or like a Dieu la toilette spray or whatever you say. It just means like not as much concentrate. So this one's a lot more powerful. So if you spray it, at the end of the night you're still going to smell like it because it's so potent.
Oops, sorry.
Okay? Price of it's $35, $36. The ones that are comparable to it, one's called like Flower Bomb, and you can get it at Nordstrom's. It's like $120.
Smells good.
So the upper note is starfruit, the mid note is jasmine, and the bottom note is vanilla bean.
Oh, really?
The crazy thing,
I love jasmine.
yeah, the crazy thing about the fragrance is I guess perfumers always want to use jasmine, but it's one of the most expensive ingredients to use. And this fragrance is like the most jasmine ever put into a fragrance because Avon was like, you can just do what you want. And the guy was like, yay, I love Avon, they're great. So he put the most jasmine in this fragrance than any other fragrance before. And,
So it's gonna help set us apart.
oh yeah. And then the bottom note, the vanilla bean was from like the longest vanilla bean extract in Madagascar, and they had the local people pick it. And then, so we got like the specific vanilla bean that's only found in Madagascar in that fragrance. I tell you that because on the back of the box it says starfruit, jasmine, and vanilla bean. So you can actually like remember the little thing and tell your people about it, and they'll be like, wow, you're amazing, you're great. And you can look like you met the guy and tell them about why the product's so cool. But all you have to do is smell it. So who's holding the bottle now?
Right here.
Tell me about that bottle.
It is awesome.
Is it breaking your arm?
Glitter, no.
Is it
It
heavy?
looks romantic.
It is kind of heavy, but that was the first
That's
thing
okay,
Dawn said.
that's all right.
Dawn
Right.
said it's
I would buy it.
It's a heavier bottle. I like it.
Well, why do you think we made it heavier? Like, what was the first thing that triggered in your mind with a heavier
Like
bottle?
it's more expensive. It's more.
Is it exactly.
More substance.
Yeah.
It's worth
It's not
value.
value.
It's
not
worth
value.
value.
And ladies like collect bottles, right? Like
I
when
was
the-
just gonna say.
when the Sexy Lace
Yeah.
came out, my wife was like, "Oh, there's like lace in the bottle. This is so cool."
Yeah.
And when she got this, she's like, "It's like bejeweled." So you know, mother-in-law comes over, they
She
hang
wears
out, they do
different
girl
sprays
stuff,
every day.
right? They talk about their husband and how great I am, and then they like show off their fragrance collection. So this bottle is not going to have the same effect if we just show it on the book, right? Because they're not going to feel how heavy it is. So.
I moved it off of you.
A couple cool things about on here. Avon offers so many lipstick shades. 4 out of 5 women are able to find their perfect match, blah, blah, blah. So you guys know the True Color line. When they actually get the makeup now, the end of it is clear. They can see the color. So if they instantly are like, that looks like raisins, then you don't have to worry about them opening it and making it used and selling it used or trying to return it or whatever. So that's like a major bonus. Everybody knows what the True Color means, right? We've talked about it for like 2 months. Okay, it's a different base. Instead of off-white, it's a clear, so the color's gonna be true to what it looks like. Doesn't really matter your ethnicity. The color will go the same on everybody. So it's for a wider range of people. So President's Club can earn 55%, and representatives not in President's Club can get 50%. So what you're gonna start seeing is promotions that coincide with the brochure, okay? So the cover of campaign 19 is the True Color line. So your promotions as a representative are double dollars in True Color, and the bundles and the products that you can get in advance at a cheaper rate are also the True Color line. So a couple people have asked me over the last couple weeks, well, why is not the whole brochure double dollars? Why are we limiting it? And the whole reason of double dollars and all these things that we do is to make money, right? Is to get you guys out and get out there and sell the products, make more money. But typically, double dollars just gives you an inflated award sale to make President's Club. So do you remember like 2 years ago, maybe 3, when we did triple dollars and double dollars, and we did it all the time? Well, we had some people make President's Club that necessarily might not have deserved to be there. So the following year, if they didn't make it, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot, because now they're not in President's Club because we put them there when they might not have had all the training and technique to be there, and they're not happy because they're not making as much money as they were the year before because they're not in President's Club anymore, right? I mean, how mad would you be if you're expecting a certain income and then you make less? So you're going to start seeing promotions now to where it actually is designed to help you make more money. So the double dollars is going to promote you going out there and talking about True Color. And it's on the cover campaign. They're going to be talking about it. You're going to earn more on it too. So it's not just double dollars for reward sets. The best part is in campaigns 20 and 21, when you back ordered the campaign 19 for True Color, the ultra lipstick line and 55 shades and everything, you get double dollars still. But it's only on True Color, okay? So I had this little conversation in Twilla. I was in Twilla, we had a meeting. I talked to my wife, I had dinner with Lehi. It was like 9:30 at Denny's. I was there with all these truckers. And it was awkward. And anyways, so then I went to my room, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the hot tub. That's gonna be awesome. So I got all spiffy for the hot tub, as guys do in their outfit. And I go down there, and there's like these 3 guys from Oklahoma City, right? And they're salesmen for their own company that puts cameras in wash tunnels for car washes. And they have HD tunnel cameras, okay? And they were just talking about their business. I asked all these questions. We talked for like 3 hours, not just about cameras, but about sports and basketball and Avon. But it was really funny because they were like, well, how'd you get into Avon? I'm like, how'd you get into selling cameras in wash tunnels? I'm like, why does the camera need to be in a tunnel? And they said, I'm trying to stay awake. In the tunnel, they have cameras in these tunnels so you don't claim that you got a scratch in the car wash. You know what I mean? So when the people come up and they're like, oh, I got a scratch in my new car, you need to pay for it. You know, they have cameras that are like, oh, look, we're HD, we can see the scratch before it came in. You can't sue us, basically. And they sell this stuff, and it's way more expensive than any other camera in any other industry. And then, you know, so we started talking about selling skills. And the whole reason for this story is I talked to them about, you know, what we hope to present to our representatives on how to sell, selling 101. And closing the sale is a big deal. So selling 101 is simply offering the product, but you got to be the expert. So that's why you're here. Or that's why you read the What's New book and find out everything you can. It doesn't mean you have to use every product, but you're not going to sell anything that you don't know about. It just doesn't happen. I had a girl, oh, where was it? Oh, it was in Twilla. No, city north of that. And I've been to so many places. She told me she hasn't worn makeup. She's a President's Club seller for 15 years. She doesn't know how to wear makeup. So that was like a scary movie. That was like The Crows, you know, from that movie, the bird movie. Like classic death movie. So like if I can sell makeup and I can tell you how to wear it, which is like really scary, pretty much because like I'm in a company of it, right? So like I guess so when I do these meetings I met people, I don't sell fragrance, I don't sell skincare, blah blah blah. When we start asking questions, like when I pull you aside after the meeting, if you say that stuff, I find out it's because you don't use it, like 95% of the time. Or there's other barriers in the way. So all I'm saying is be the expert. If you're not the expert, become the expert. Fake it till you make it. Because then all it is asking for the sale, closing the sale, and following up, which you know we kind of always talk about in different ways. So there's a video with makeup mavens teaching you how to do makeup. So if you don't know how to do makeup and you don't want to ask me and you don't want to make me get fearful of the birds and stuff, you can go online and you can watch all the videos that we have. You know, we've talked about the cat eye and the smoky eye and properly applying lipstick and different techniques, so they're all over online.